Hello, welcome back to TEW 2020, the rebirth of WCW. Last time we had Halloween Havoc. If I remember correctly, it was a good show compared to what we normally do. Or was it below average? I can't remember. 44. It's alright, it was alright. It was a good show. Our best show was 51, so there you go. So yes, we did reveal the whole NWO thing. So I will book the show and I will see you soon. We're starting things off with the pre-show. First pre-show match, Cheerleader Melissa defeating Hirio Matsumoto with a Kudo driver. Okay, 28 rating, God bless. Next up, we have Fuego del Sol, putting it back on the pre-show. Thinking he could improve a little bit on the pre-show before we bring him back on the main show. So he's going to be facing off against a veteran in Atsushi Onita, even though doesn't really help. 17 rating, God bless. Next up, we have Extreme Tiger. Extreme Tiger defeating Alex Chamberlain with a saber-tooth splash. Okay, pretty good. Extreme Tiger getting better at his gimmick. I think it's Extremis, I'm not sure. Next up, Becky Bayless defeating Celeste Bonin, our eye candy match that I hate to fucking do. But 32, pretty good. And we start off the main show with the NWO come out there, -6 because I had to, fire him? Suspend him? I don't know. Something happened with him and he had to leave. But they're out there, Austin Aries, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Cody Hall, they're bragging about their wins over Goldberg and Cain Velasquez at Halloween Havoc, and that they're just so good. We're the best. And Singh says, you know what? No, we're not doing this again. I'm not having the NWO coming back and killing WCW. No, I'm not letting that happen again. Tonight, Goldberg is going to be facing off against any four of you, whoever you choose. And also, at Starcade, it's going to be Austin Aries versus Goldberg, as well as Cody Hall versus Sting, with no interference from the NWO. Which, you know, the NWO does this, what? No! No! You know, that kind of thing. 56 rating, awesome. Next up, Sting walks backstage. The camera literally pans to Sting walking backstage, and he sees Alpha Inoue Jr. and Daisuke Sekimoto just staying there all menacing, like looking like they want to fight. And Sting says, okay, I'm back. Look, you guys really have to chill out, okay? I don't want you two going near each other until Starcade, okay? And then you can have your match there. Deal? Two nod, walk away. 38 rating. Next up, a triple threat match. Alex Gracia versus Alexia Nicole versus Sexy Star. Sexy Star defeated the two. And Alexia Nicole had the best rating out of all of them. Wow. Okay. She gave her Street Fighter. Sexy Star has a Street Fighter gimmick, and it's great, apparently. 25 rating. And then backstage, Brian Cage and Averno are arguing, and they start pushing each other, brawling backstage, and a bunch of Road Angels are like, no, stop that. So, we start that rivalry right there. Next up, Alex Colon versus Pagano. I'm sorry, but, like, Alex Colon's, like, holding his title, and then Pagano just staring like, I want it. Like, Alex Colon never noticed him. He's kind of, like, stalking him a little bit, but he's more so stalking the belt rather than Alex Colon. Next up, Mike Rotunda and Mila Mietes come outside, and Mike Rotunda's like, this is my monster, Mila Mietes. He is going to destroy the WCW. You put anyone in front of this man, he will take them out. It's like, who would like to be this man's first victim at Starcade? Grand Grez comes out, and he says, I'll do it. We set up that match there, 37 rating. We have a backstage segment, Eric Young, Thor Rowan, Rick Victor, Ryan O'Reilly doing their thing. Everyone's talking. Eric Young saying, we destroyed Connor Claxton. He didn't want to come with us. He didn't want to join us. So we put him in the hospital. So he isn't here tonight. But I will be defending the hardcore title as per the rules against a very familiar opponent. 32 rating. Next up, we have a bull rope match between Eric Young and Brian Myers. Terrible wrestling, apparently. I think this would be an okay match. But Eric Young makes defense number 1 of the hardcore title Brian Myers 30, Ayrton 27 at 31 rating. Next match, a fatal four-way match, a number one contenders match for the television title. ACH, Too Tough Tony, Acid Jazz, and Adrian Quest. ACH beats them all, and he also carried the match. 35 rating, awesome. Too Tough Tony had a 19 rating, 32 rating overall. And then, as ACH is celebrating, Miroslav comes in and just beats the shiznit out of him, just beats him down, beats him down, beats him down, and beats him down. 34 rated segment. Next match, the free agents will be taking on the team of Chavo Guerrero Jr. and Derek Sampson, just two guys I pitted against each other for this match. Pitted with each other, not against each other. Of course, Enzo and Cass do amazing and pull out 40 ratings, so they a 36 rating overall. Not bad, not bad. Then Enzo's like, who wants to challenge us? Starcade, the biggest show of WCW is in a few weeks. Who wants to be the team that loses to us there? Aerostar and Drago come out. Enzo says, didn't you just lose to Alex Colon at Halloween Havoc? There you go. Drago debuted his Evil Incarnate gimmick, which he's got a rating of adequate, so I'm pretty good at handing out these gimmicks to everybody, or people are really good at choosing gimmicks. Grado and Noel Foley are backstage. Noel Foley is, interviewing Grado, and he's like, I'm so psyched to be here, man, like, and all that, being Grado. And Christico walks up, puts hands on his shoulder, and be like, you're so great to be here. Let me be the first one to introduce you. Next week, me and you will have a match. See you then. So, Grado and Christico will have a match next week on Nitro. 44 rating. In the main event, Goldberg versus Kevin Nash. Goldberg beats Kevin Nash with a jackhammer, 42 rating. Pretty good, pretty good. I think this was a pretty bad show overall. And then the NWO come down and start beating down on good old Bill Goldberg, and then Cain Velasquez comes out to help his buddy, or not his buddy, or just to help out because he also has problems with the NWO. Cain Velasquez. The show ends with Cain Velasquez standing tall as the NWO and Goldberg kind of meh. Finish the show. 45! That's pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. 45 rating. Eric Young was used way too much, way too much. We've got some signings. We've got Rio Lee and Luchasaurus. We've got those two. Great names. Let's see. Austin Draven. Make him the Luchasaurus. Perfect. No, we don't need to do that. Alright, we have ourselves some backstage incidents. Let's see here. Doug Williams brightened up the mood backstage after doing several funny cartoon drawings of his colleagues. Doug Williams has the professional personality. Awesome. What's this? Stink? Oh my god. That's funny, not gonna lie. What we've been doing with Adrian Quest, that's pretty fucking funny, I'm not gonna lie. It's amazing. Alright. Alright, in the next episode of WCW, we start off the pre-show with Carly Perez and Evelise Velez. Evelise Velez winning the match, of course. 25 rating, that's good. We want our winner to have the better rating. 23 rated overall match, pretty good for a pre-show. Joey Ryan versus Too Tough Tony. We had Joey Ryan win that. He's not having shit anymore. He's 23. Better than what he used to do. 23 rating. Hiroyo Matsumoto versus Cheerleader Melissa. We gave Melissa that victory. 31 rating. Good. 29 overall. We're having a pretty decent pre-show so far. 42. This is the Eye Candy match. So, that awful crap. Becky Bayless defeating Celeste Bonin. We start off the show with Cain Velasquez and Bill Goldberg. And they're explaining how they're going to tear the NWO down. And tonight they're going to have a tag team match against Kevin Nash and Cody Hall. And so Cain Velasquez doesn't have the mic skills to do that talky talk, even though he worked the crowd well. Okay, 39 rating, pretty bad. Next up, we have Aquino defending the women's championship against 60 Stars. She won 27 over 24 or 25 rating. And then we had a backstage brawl that was awful. 10 rating, God bless. Thank God the game isn't crashing, God bless. Next up, we had a Falls County Hero match between Eric Young and Adrian Quest. Young defeating Quest with a figure 4 leg lock. 30 rating, 30 overall. Okay. Then Connor Clash came back and he's just beating the shit out of Eric Young. He's like dragging him away from the rest of the Akatsuki, kind of throwing him over the barricade, trying to get him as far away as possible while he beats him down at the same time. It's amazing in my head. Next up, Sting and Averno backstage. Sting says, "You're supposed to be a locker room leader. You shouldn't be picking fights with the talent." And Sting tells him either fix his act or he can give him a wrestling contract. And Averno's like, "I don't have anything left in me though." He's like, "Well, can't help that." 54 rating. Next up, Pagano and Alex Colon. This time, the same thing as last week, but Alex Colon finally realizes, be like, "Dude, what the hell do you do?" And he's like Pagano tries to touch the Cruiserweight Championship, and Alex Colon just like backs up and just slowly walks away. Next up, Miroslav in a 3-on-1 handicap match against Derek Sampson, Eric Extreme Tiger, and Fuego del Sol. Miroslav beats them all. We had ACH at ringside just to continue that storyline. Next up, backstage segment, Mike Rotunda and Mil Muertes again. Mike Rotunda kind of hyping up his monster. Next match, Aerostar versus Big Colin Cassidy. Aerostar defeating Cassidy 52-42, 44 rating. That's a good match. And then we had the match Caristico versus Grado, 47. Wow. Caristico 58, Grado 32. We gave Caristico the win, but it was like he blatantly cheated, as it says here. And then we go to another backstage segment, Offline Away Jr. Well, it's more like he's at home talking about Daisuke Sekimoto, saying he's going to break him in pieces. Next up, the main event, 38. Oh boy. Cody Hall and Kevin Nash defeat Bill Goldberg and Cain Velasquez when Cody Hall pins Cain Velasquez. The Razor's Edge following interference from Austin Aries. Goldberg having the best performance, Cody Hall having the worst. Oh boy. I'm kind of scared. Cody Hall and Cain Velasquez. Oh boy, I'm just kind of scared about that. Oh boy. Let's see, how'd we do? 40 pop, or 40 overall, my bad. So, pretty good show. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the Chaotic One saying, peace.